Oh, I'll be damned. That's a new way to spend taxpayers' money.
James Harrow. The people's hero. I heard the White House sends him golden toilet paper. As long as he keeps the presidential ass clear of tick trouble. Feed him well. We've got a lot of ground to cover tonight.
You're not staying for the presentation? The whole institute is in town.
I'll pass on the corporate backpatting session. I don't need another retirement lecture. Here, take this to your father before it wakes up and starts cursing us all to high hell.
Great, so I'll just tell him you've traded killing vampires for swilling cheap bourbon?
Tell him whatever you want.
Fine, skip the presentation. But you ain't getting away from a final drink with me afterwards.
Alright. Let's see. So we have no new perks that we can get. What about lore? It's missions. Peter DeBano. As a human, Peter DeBano was a philosopher who dabbled in the dark arts. The Sanguisigue. The Sanguisigue. Saw his talents and offered him power and immortality. He didn't accept out of greed or the promise of better life, but because this change would aid his ambitious quest for true wisdom. Excuse me. However, once he accepted the blood, Peter found himself part of a loyal family, something he never experienced before. Over time, he saw that the humans were growing stronger with their science and technology, and soon would eclipse the Sanguisigue and relegate them to a footnote in history. He decided to act and started performing experiments. He used modern science to breed new mutations and created an army of foul bloods easily manipulated by their vampire masters. Each of these monsters are horribly disfigured nightmares created by DeBano's accelerated process of transformation. Vampire Highborn. Dude, that thing was a really fun. That was a really fun boss fight.
Home sweet home.
Can't remember the last time we gathered together in the manor.
Mr. Rentier?
At ease, boys. My father in his office.
How did it go? Did you get that big fangster you were after?
Gravener's with you?
He sends his regards. He's afraid you'll try and talk him out of retirement again.
I don't believe either of us want that.
You know he did risk his life to get this for you.
That's Harrow's trinket. I'm sure you'll both be rewarded accordingly.
Edgar isn't some civilian looking for a medal. This is all he knows. Your institute saw to that.
My institute? This isn't about Agent Gravener, Jesse. We are on the cusp of great progress, great change. Today's presentation is of critical importance to the family. After which...
Edgar is family.
After which, I expect you to step up to your duties here at the manor.
With all due respect, Director, I am a field agent, not a paper pusher.
You're a rentier!
Why must you always make me spoon-feed these things to you, Jesse? There are bigger things at work here than running around in caves slaying beasts. I do believe someday soon you will see it my way. And if you don't, it's my responsibility to force that change. Now, leave me be. I must prepare for the presentation.
Okay, so it's one of those situations that
Send someone in here to clean up this mess.
his dad wants him to take a higher position while Jesse's fine just going out fighting vampires, doing the grunt work. But it's what makes him happy. It's where he sees his... What's the term? Where he kind of sees his value.
Officially, they called it a cholera epidemic, but truth was they were dealing with a terrible outbreak of amateur necromancy. The entire institute was engaged in the hunt.
I still stand by my theory that this whole thing has been inspired by Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Veil of secrets.
I'm kind of okay with that. Allow me to convey, on behalf of the President of the United States, Benjamin Harrison, my warmest congratulations. There we go. If I can learn to read on the Rentier Institute's 75th anniversary, opening 50th branch of the Institute, which coincides with the celebration, is a true mark of importance. I am more confident Director Rentier, however how you want to pronounce it, visionary leadership will continue all that. Yours truly, Secretary of War, Stephen Benton Elkins. P.S. We are going to attend the reception together, blah, 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 blah.
From my first year of cadet training, I'm the shortest one of the bunch. The very next year, I grew like a weed. Had to buy all new pants.
Mr. Rentier,
Yeah.
You're just in time. The presentation should be starting soon.
What do you got for me this time?
Okay, use bucks to buy weapons, upgrades, LTRT to navigate between weapon categories, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so here we've got our fancy little claw, our pistol, and what I'm going to guess is our agent tools. Okay. Here we got our rifle. By a short 5-second invulnerability is pretty nice. I really like that. Ooh, that's kind of nice too. Oh, sweet. So you can just buy them okay, so you can just buy upgrades anytime. You don't have to be or talk to anybody specifically. That's nice. Where are we going? I don't see I know there's a lot of popping, like when you're spinning around sometimes you'll catch like a texture or a wall hasn't completely loaded in.
Heavy as hell.
But, I mean, you didn't hear that from me.
Edgar and my father in the Civil War. Right before the bloody Battle of the Wilderness, Central Virginia. His life changed forever during that fight. Highborn nearly killed him. Badly tore up his leg. Edgar carried him in the dead of night across enemy lines to a field hospital, but the surgeon could only do so much. After that, Dad could no longer function in the field.
You know, if I had to define, or if like I had to describe this game to anybody, I'd kind of say it's like, it feels like the visual style of Gears of War mixed with the combat of the new God of War games, with some maybe old school hack and slash with some Red Dead vibe to it. It's really odd, and I'm digging the shit out of it.
Gravener by the stables. He ain't coming.
Gentlemen, if you'll take your seats. And, welcome. Yeah, I'm Assistant Secretary of War, James Harrow. President Cleveland wants you to know how appreciative we are of the vital service the Rentier Institute performs, defending our great country from monsters of all shapes and sizes. He also wanted me to make sure you're not blowing all our money on Mexican Monty, but that's another conversation. Yes, quite. Well, as I say, keep up the good work. God bless you all, and God bless America.
Thank you all for gathering here tonight. It's rare we gather in such numbers, but I believe great progress calls for momentous celebration. Our efforts in the fight against the sanguisuga's spread have too often been baffled.
Sanguisugas. Okay.
Insidious weapon. They're so-called glamours. These impenetrable illusions have allowed countless fiends to slip through our grasp for too long. That ends now. Agent Rentier, we've upgraded the standard field agent's gauntlet with something our science bots have affectionately named the ZAPPER. Not exactly an elegant name, but it does the trick. When triggered, the ZAPPER sends out an electrical impulse that shatters any nearby sanguisuga's glamours forthwith, eliminating what is not and leaving only what is. Once finished, these new gauntlets will be distributed to cells nationwide post-haste, allowing us to sweep our respective territories for glamoured nooks and crannies. This is the beginning of a new age, gentlemen. Armed with this gauntlet, there is no way our enemy can surprise us.
I mean, that might do it. The Zapper, innovative device created with the RI to disrupt the vampiric illusions. Worn on the left hand and utilized as a support tool in combat, thanks to its capabilities to discharge and create an electronic arc on demand, LB to block. Cool. Ah, okay. I kind of see how the block works now. And their long wind-up does not help me. Oh, that's cool.
Jeez.
Okay, new perk. Chain combos. Okay. I don't have anything I can unlock with this one yet, so let's go back here. And the kickoff and hero punch deals additional splash damage. That's not bad. Don't have that one yet. Yeah, I'll take Chain of Command. Wait, I thought I had a... Oh. I don't have a new perk point. New perk category. Okay, makes a little more sense. Yeah, I'm not gonna get tired of that.
Oh, smoke. Gotta find a way to the stables. That's all that's left of Harrow's Zeppelin.
I want to know what other weird game this is oddly reminding me of. And it might be the visual presentation or something about it. Maybe it's the vampire thing. Kind of reminds me of the werewolves from the Order 1886. Was that the... Yeah, I think it was the Order 1886. God damn it, that was a fun game. Still really wish that game got a sequel. gross. God damn it. All the red on the screen is making my eyes hurt. Not helping. Parkour.
Edgar, do you hear me? Couldn't have gotten far.
Jess, thank Christ.
Where's my father?
Still kicking ass last time I saw him.
Old fool thinks he's still in the field.
Listen, he wants us to destroy the archives before these assholes get their hands on it. You get to it, and I'll find Harold's pampered ass. Meet me out front.
Never thought I'd have to blow up my own house.
See, I'd actually kind of like to play this game.
Just hold on.
I kind of like to play this game with a partner, just to see what I assume would be the other storyline, because they'd be playing Edgar's story. You know, he's usually off doing something a little different from Jesse. They're not like teamed up. Okay. I mean, I don't know why you need a dash. Well, I guess the... It's just more of just another way to control the battlefield, I guess.
Shut your ugly traps.
I'm guessing these are the archives. I was expecting a room full of books. Not a room full of severed heads, though it makes sense. Because, you know, they don't know how to kill a vampire. They can just chop their heads off and store them in jars, so they can't. I mean, that makes perfect sense, I guess. Although, I mean, wouldn't this kind of free a lot of those vampires? What? I'm not feeling that the game's too easy or hard on me or anything like that. Could use like an objective marker sometimes. Ah, there we go.
Jesus, gotta get out of here. It's gonna blow.
Awesome. Well, I'm guessing I'm going through there. Parkour.
Now to find my father.
I mean, what does blowing up all those vampire heads do for you? I mean, like, what? Like, are they dead? Do the vampire heads, like, not... Like, do they revive? Like, do they need their whole body, like, to revive? Or... You know, like how does it work exactly? Like, what are the rules? I mean, I kind of like the fact that this game does a cold open. Like, a lot of games, in my opinion, don't do cold opens right. Quaker Punch. Oh, that's cool. Okay, energy and area effect. Gather energy by dealing melee. I was wondering what that little bar underneath the health bar was. Okay, that's neat. Cool. I have enough bucks to buy. They're called bucks. Yeah, I like this one. I'll take that. I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. Oh, right. A lot of games don't do like a cold open, right? I feel like they try and dump way too much information on you right from the start. You know, like they start naming names, start naming, you know, like of characters, of enemies, of this, that. This game, I think, did a pretty good job. I mean, yeah, they mentioned the Institute. They mentioned, you know, some characters. They mentioned this, that. But I didn't think it was too much. Like, I never felt like it was... I was like, wait a minute, but I just heard this new name, and now I'm wondering what that was you just mentioned. It felt like they did a very good job of, hey, here's one name. Okay. You know, and then they give you a little bit of context to figure out, you know, who that name... You know, then they give you enough context to figure out who that who that name connects to and what they do and, you know, all the important shit. Ah, shit. Alright. I think kind of like Gears of War, when you would hear the, you know, the big guitar riff at the end, that meant combat was over. I'm not sure, it's a little subtle. But I think when a combat section is over, you hear like a little, kind of like a bullet ricochet. You know, you can hear a pew, just really quietly in the background.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, that's gross.
Get him out of here. I got this.
Don't be cross with me, Father. I couldn't leave you at the mercy of these savages. You can't do that, you fleshy toad. You nearly hit him.
Fleshy toad.
The mighty Rentier Institute, choking on ash and blood. I had hoped you'd make it more difficult.
So, you know, I was complimenting it on how well I think that it did a cold open. Which, like I said, I don't think a lot of games do super well. Because I still feel like, no matter what, I'm still getting information that I need. Having said that, I wish it would go a little more in depth on certain things.
Move, Gravener! I order you not to let me die like that!
You know, clearly because the...
If it weren't for that old wound... Oh, Jesus Christ, don't get old, son.
Yeah, never get married. Now stop blabbing, you're gonna be fine. I know what I'm doing.
This is the key, Jesse. Don't let it out of your sight. It's all we've got. It's in your hands now.
We need to stop! Stop? We need to get the fuck out of here!
We need to find a defensive position to hold us over till morning. Then we head to Calico.
But, you know, I mean, clearly we...
Blow this defensive position over.
Never mind. Gross.
We need the higher ground.
And that's where the sun will hit first.
I'll get the horses, and we'll stand our ground up there.
Boomstick. Rentier boomstick. Heavy-hitting sawed-off shotgun, ideal for close combat. Capable of dealing damage to multiple enemies. X when not on cooldown. Awesome. I like how the guns are treated kind of like cooldown effect. Where the hell these enemies come from? That was awesome. But yeah, I mean, clearly the Rentier Institute, you know, has dealings with the U.S. government. The U.S. government knows about the vampires and all that shit, clearly. You know, I mean, hell, we have the Secretary of Defense. Or Secretary of the Military, whatever the hell his exact position was. I was pretty sure it was Secretary of Defense. But, you know, like I said, clearly there's the Rentier Institute has connections with the U.S. military. Jesus. Got him. All right.
Move it, Jet! There's more coming!
As I was saying, no, clearly there is, you know, there's a connection between the military and everything, U.S. government, you know. I just wish we'd have a little bit of time to go into how the Rentier Institute works and its history and stuff. I mean, yeah, maybe we'll get some references to it later. It's just, I feel like we just passed the perfect time for maybe like a little bit of a narration or something on the Rentier Institute. But the game seems to really try and move us from action scene to action scene to action scene quickly. Not in just, it's trying to keep a really fast pace, which if they can do it consistently and, you know what I mean, keep it running, hey man, there's nothing wrong with the fast pace. You know, sometimes, you know, games go the whole fast-paced route and it doesn't work for them, but it's working so far with this game because it really fits the action. But essentially what I'm trying to get at is I wish mostly we'd have some explanation as to the whole head thing. The whole archived head thing. I mean, it makes perfect sense, I guess. Damage eventually break with the guns. Okay. But yeah, just I'd like more of an explanation as to how the vampires regenerate. That's a big question. You know, do they regenerate? Like, do all they need to regenerate is their head, or is it one of the Or is it, you know, do they have to somehow find their way back to their body? Or I don't know. I'd like a little more explanation on that, but that's just me. You know, that might just be me. I might be weird. Ow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm dead. Just gonna... Okay. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys. Give me a second. Alright. That was a nice little stretch break. I'm serious, man. I was about to say it sucks getting old. Nah, just... my knees are hot garbage. And just sitting here and, damn it. Waited too long to dodge. But yeah, just sitting here for about an hour and a half. My legs were just ready. I needed a standing break. Ooh. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Alright, so I've already got Do Not Disturb. I can do Mid-Air Shot. 1 bullet shy. Ooh, I can fit an extra bullet in there. That's not bad. Yes, please. I'm going to save up for that. That seems like a good upgrade. Perks. There we go. Yeah, I got a new perk point. What do we want? It's a nice quality of life upgrade, but I think I'm going to take Zapper Slam.
Everybody move! Cover me, Rentier! Damn you!
That is so cartoony, and I freaking love it. And I'm talking about like ripping the chest open and everything. Like, God of War is still a little cartoony, but they don't have the all the like gold coins flying out of it. Oh, F. Yoink. Oh!
Running real low, Jess. Kinda busy here, Edgar.
How about that?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Jesus, how many did she send after us? Shoot him up!
Out of lightning?
Good thing we still got a big shiny ace up our sleeve.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think he's breathing. Calico, it's around the corner. There's a doctor there.
Okay, these transitions, a little too fast. Like, they just end so abruptly. Like, can we get, like, a fade to black?
Help!
Lewis, Protocol Epsilon. Sit down and roll up your sleeve. We will save your father, Mr. Rentier.
Did we know anything about blood types back then?
Savages.
Hey. It's fine. He's the cell's engineer.
Virgil. Virgil only. It's an honor to finally meet you in the flesh. Sir, your gauntlet is a thing of beauty. Only a genius could...
I need that fixed. Yesterday.
I'll need a bigger lab if I'm gonna solve the mysteries of time travel, sir. I mean...
I kind of like him.
How are we doing?
Harrow needs a scapegoat. He won't leave without someone to blame for that fiasco.
Pissed off little highborn looking for her maker's head? No one could have predicted that.
I don't think she did all that for just Abano. We're missing something. I'd bet my last buck we'll hear more from this Felicity tick pretty soon. I'm gonna check if Emilia needs some backup with Harrow.
Who do I have to bend over this bar and indiscreetly fuck to get some coffee around here?
Discreetly.
What a day. See you in the briefing room.
All right.
Owe you everything, Doctor.
You know, while I'm asking all these questions...
First, there must be a workshop somewhere around.
You know, I've been asking these questions, kind of, you know, about like how the vampire regeneration works. So, I'm gonna guess that the Rentier Institute doesn't just hunt vampires; they also hunt other monsters.
Mr. Harrow wants to see you.
Jesus. I would kind of like to know more. Like I said, I'd love to know more specifics about the Institute.
Mr. Harrow was waiting for you in the...
I find this stuff so interesting.
Heard that already.
Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. Virgil Olney, engineer, born 1873, graduated from RI Science Training 1888. Officially a member of RI since 1888, Virgil Olney was discovered as an infant in the lair of a Chinese necromancer, having barely survived some sort of arcane ritual, brought back to Calico to research what was done to him. His recovery took some time, but the young man... shit. Sorry, finger slipped. Upgrades and perk resets. Nah, I like what I got right now.